What's up, guys? Long time no see, but it is llamapen here. NHL 25 has been out for a little while now, and you know what that means? It is time for my best of last year's NHL video. Since 24 was a little bit different for me last year, though, because I didn't play it very much and I was uploading content way less, this year's best of video is going to be different as well. This year, I've just gone ahead and combined my best 1v1 clips with my channel's best EASHL clips. Some you've seen, some you haven't. And instead of the usual montage with music and occasional audio clips, I'll just be talking over these clips. So NHL 24 was for me a pretty big disappointment, and I was pretty vocal about that, so I'll try not to retread too much ground there. I was still able to have some fun playing the game. I generally always do if I'm playing with the right group of guys. There was still plenty you could do in terms of getting clips. I mean, I scored my first online Michigan this year. In fact, I scored my first several this year because the Michigan was just so much easier to do.
Marble guy.
Dude, I guess Carpig got in this drop-in with me, and he Michiganed on them, and then he Michiganed on our own net with 0.1 second left.
Nice.
The between the legs deke was also probably the most powerful I've ever seen it, and you'll see that in this montage. I also noticed that the forehand chip deke was actually useful for maybe the first time ever. You can remember I posted this as one of the 3 most useless dekes in the NHL series in one of my older videos. And yeah, Hipchecks this year were super overpowered, and I know I'm probably in the minority when I say this, but I was okay with that. At least, in my opinion, launching people around with Hipchecks was pretty fun, even if it was overpowered. So, one thing I didn't really address in my critiques of 24 was the 1v1 issues and the AI last year, which was, in my opinion, the worst it has ever been. They didn't react to pucks near them. They wouldn't get open for passes and tapping goals. They were just terrible. Sometimes they would just be skating around or standing still, just aimlessly. That was terrible. That for me was like the tiebreaker in what made 24 that much worse than 23. In years past, I'd play in competitive online leagues, and I just didn't do any of that last year. I didn't play as much 1v1, so that's kind of why I combined 1v1 and EASHL this year, because I just wasn't playing and I didn't have as many clips for either. So like I said, I was pretty much only playing with my close friends last year, and then I played a little bit of 1v1, but that being said, I've played like 10 games of 6v6 in NHL 25, and I am really liking the gameplay so far. So it seems a lot smoother. A lot of the problems I addressed in last year's game that had been problems in years past seem better, at least so far. It's a small sample size for me, but pickups seem a lot better. Interceptions seem a lot smoother. It seems like when you get something, you deserve it, and I really like that. It allows me to be more aggressive on defense because I know I'm going to get the interaction I expect when I am in position. So that's huge. That small change is everything. I also really like what they've changed with stamina. So it seems like if you hustle down the ice once, you really have to wait and get that energy back. So that changes the strategy and makes the transition game a lot more fun. And you can see the stamina of all the players on the ice. I know that was a thing last year, but it seems like it matters a lot more this year. Not to mention the dump pass is back and powerful as ever, even though I did kind of like the dumps last year. However different they were, I felt like they were exploitable as well. I will say we are having the usual issues of trouble loading into games, long wait times finding games. Hopefully that gets better as the year goes on and is just a kind of start of the year bug and not going to be a year-long problem. like it was in NHL 18, but either way, you can expect to see more content from me this year, as I can already tell I'm going to be playing a lot more 3s and 6s, so look out for full games, clip videos, tips and tricks, as well as my favorite part of the game, which is just goofing around with my buddies and having a good time playing a hockey video game. So hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.